Well, let's get to it. So I've seen a lot that lately the Stop the String Games initiative has been moving more. And now that they have all the signature needed, they can formalize the petition. And I've seen some videos about it, and there's still people that that seem to not really understand what the initiative is about. Or what's even exactly an initiative.
All the world on one arrow.
And why it is good. In the context of an European petition, the petition doesn't imply or request a specific way of implementing a law. What the petition is about is requesting something to be done about what's in the petition. In this case, the petition is trying to put alternatives on games that people pay for and require some kind of internet connection to work. The problem is that, especially lately, games like Highward or Concord, I think that the Crew one was the first to be a big name affected by this and that started moving the initiative. The uh, players pay for a game and eventually their access to the game that they paid is removed. And this is a problem. There are many reasons why this is a problem. One of them being that when you buy or pay for a game, the you're purchasing something that has the title of the game, not explicitly saying that that's a license. And that gives to the consumer the problem of not getting exactly what they expect or should expect.
Excel upgrades are the way to go. Let's move out, team.
Another problem is that a consumer paid for something, and they are, and when a game online ends their lifespan, their access to it is unilaterally removed for something they have paid. Joseph Hayes, who uh, has some kind of phase in the initiative. I watched a video just recently about the topic of him. Uh, Puts an example of if a book goes out of print, the owners of the book do not. Well, you're the owner, but the author does not come to your home and burn every copy of the book. That would be stupid. Why will not we as players expect to have the games that we buy, at least the ones that we buy, in working conditions?
Stand beside me. Suppressing fire. This one's for you.
Some people seem to not understand that this does not imply
Endothermic safety. Disengage.
that the game must be run by the original company.
Recon mode initiated. Keep their heads down. I will reveal the truth.
In most cases, the initiative is requesting for the games that can be played single player, such as The Crew. They made a really bad mistake here. It's not that I played well. The petition is requesting for games that can be played offline to at least have a patch to play it offline. And in the case of paid games that are mainly online, to at least have the capability to set up some kind of private servers to play with friends.
Never trade freedom for security. Feel that reverb.
And this would not be retroactive
My song is yours.
because
Be back.
reasons. But some people think it that way because they did not
Maximum efficiency.
really understand or try to read what this is about. It's only about future games. And the topic some people put against the petition is that setting the game to be able to play on private servers is it's really difficult. But old games only did that, such as Counter-Strike, Half-Life, Warcraft, and so. So I don't see the extra cost on that.
Pin them down. Feel that reverb. Right between the optics.
The main issue that this probably has for the video game companies is that this removes authority or power on them.
Love a captive audience.
Like, let's say that this happened with Destiny and Destiny
Today
2,
only matters if we can remember it tomorrow.
and the Destiny was affected by this law, which wouldn't, and they were forced to give players some way to play Destiny 1
Each
after the end
resistance
of
is one
life of
hero's
servers.
mind.
Companies would see this and think, why would we make Destiny 2?
Armor up. Salvation, bit by bit.
It would put less value on sequels or derivative
Each
games
loss
from
is one step
online
closer.
games.
An ally has been slain. Entering enemy territory. Sit down and listen up. Engaging hostiles.
And I think that that's one of the reasons that big game companies are lobbying against this.
The role between woman and weapon blurs. Full auto. Let's do this.
Animal Crossing is an interesting example because they made a mobile game for Animal Crossing that was only online,
Hit them hard.
and eventually they released a paid version of that game
Source code lies.
that was entirely offline and you had access to everything every time. Something similar also happened with the Mega Man franchise. They had Gacha, Mega Man
Our
Dive,
dream is freedom for us all.
and when they pulled out the servers, they made an offline version, Mega Man Dive Offline, and released it. It's paid, but at least it's something. Not the best that the consumer could get, but at least it's a way to play the game in some kind of shape or form.
Initiated. Killing spree. Memories are more than ones and zeros. An ally has been slain. Dazzle 'em. In the crosshairs. Ooh yeah. Memories are what make us human. Bound to connect.
Some people even say that this would make
They promised us infinite
that the Stop Killing Games initiative would make a big problem with copyright and code ownership, but again, no. This was not a problem with old games that only supported community made servers. This is not an issue with those games right now. Why would it be for anything new?
They cannot take our pasts from us.
TF2 is an interesting example because a part of the community made a fan mode to it that removes some new content and adds some custom made one. Mm, it's on the Steam platform, and they are not the owners of the. Well, it wasn't always on the Steam platform, and they were not the owners of the thing, but there were still community made servers running them, and so it seems like they added the name buttons here now. I don't know why the button 4 doesn't work for me. Oof. If this misfortune gets too greedy, I will make use of that greediness. No, she didn't. Okay, she's here. Galia is still mid. Okay, now I have the upper hand.
Our will is stronger than their steel.
Fine. Now I have a lot of free lane to push. Oh no, she's still here.
My humanity cannot be overwritten. An ally has been slain.
Let's go take the dragon.
This one's for you. Fire. Join the resistance. Your turn to shine. I won't miss. Fly. And down
That feel is that. Eh. Mm. It's more the Kaiser meat.
while I'm here.
Eh.
Freedom is ours. Erasing our memories only ensures we repeat our mistakes.
Gallius meat and shorten here. Oh, cool.
Recon complete.
Now I'm done. My bad. Oof. I'd say that in this game we have the upper hand.
Will always trumps programming. Enemy rampage. Resistance is not futile. It's human. Recon mode initiated. Keep their heads down.
Hey.
My aim is true.
First tower.
You might want to rethink your strategy. Has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret. Scatter shot.
And aim that.
Keep fighting. Whole world hears me now.
Ooh, nice.
Bring it all crashing down.
Boom. The tower looks so small in this angle.
We will free the others. Armor up. Your team has destroyed a turret. All I need to achieve the impossible is the right team. Feel that reverb. Bound to connect. Rapid fire. Operating at full potential. Love the cat's body. 5 rounds rapid. An enemy has been slain.
It's okay, it's a 1-for-1 that will now become a 1-for-2. We will lose the tower. They already lost this one too. And almost all of the team is on. Yeah, maybe.
Your turret has been destroyed. Information will set them free.
Maybe better defense. I will stay behind the tower because Mundo is really aggressive. Ow.
Make it count. Multiple targets engaged. Hit them hard. When they come, we'll be ready. I will reveal the truth. Suppressing fire. Your team has destroyed a turret.
And another one. Perfect. Come here.
Enemy fortification destroyed. Scouting ahead. Keep their heads down. Make every shot.
Mm. I didn't expect the tower to do so much damage to me. My bad. Mm, 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 mm.
An
When I was a kid, I did not understand why some games such as League of Legends did not allow me to
Never trade freedom for security.
play offline on my game. Because you had to be connected. You have to be connected to play the game, even if you want to play solo alone with bots.
This oppression will not last.
And as a kid, I did not understand why. Now I do know why they don't want you to be offline. Now I know why you have to be
You are human.
connected to an account to be playing the game.
Armor up. Scatter shot. We will end their tyranny. Laser cooling is go. Spotlight's yours.
That nice one. And at the time, it probably was just that it was already hard enough to make this game even playable online, and making it playable
Today only.
alone offline with bots will probably be a high cost of resources, at least at the time. But now I certainly know that
Each reboot.
it's not in the best interest of the company to allow players to have more agency on what they do with the games and when. So if the companies can just avoid doing something for the player, they will.
Salvation. Bit by bit.
Because players have grown used to not
Bound to connect. Shots fired.
having much authority on what happens to the games they have. I may have died, but this was a worth play. And now I think about this game and think what will happen to everything I purchased in this game when they eventually decide to stop continuing support. Will they give me back all that money?
Oneself.
Will they give me access to all of this content if there's a sequel? Because the progress of all of this is registered in the account.
Blurs.
It's like in Counter-Strike Global Offensive and Counter-Strike 2. If you had those skins for Counter-Strike Global Offensive, you just had. You can use them in Global Offensive too. They're not different items. Why would it be different from League of Legends? They are backed up by Tencent. an impressive giant of the gaming industry, the Chinese Google.
Suppressing fire. Taking the shot. Keep
That that eventual outcome makes me question some things and be sad. Because at this point, if you know that something will be gone, why would you, as a customer, buy it?
my dream is freedom for us all.
And this is maybe something
Let's do
that different generations feel different because the younger ones have grown in an environment where this is the normal.
fresh scars remind
This
me
is how it always has been. But the issue is that it's always has been this way used to mean decades,
keep their heads down.
like almost since the last century.
Memory.
But for most of these cases, this means almost nothing in perspective for other industries.
And down B. Target acquired.
I think that this is game. Yeah.
Victory.
Mm-mm. If I win another game, I will get to Silver 3. Finally. I kind of miss the times when the Riot Points icon was a fist and the blue essence were points of influence. They look it cooler. Hmm, another Seraphine. Why is Swain an AD carry? Or a carry?
I'm on to you.
Veigar Mage are a support.
One arrow.
Yeah, Probably. This will be the AD carry. And enemy 3 will be the jungle. We do not have a lot of AP. Oh, it seems it's the top laner. Jinx. Okay, now we have a balanced team. We have a variety of damage and two characters that can tank and a healer. Then again, they do not have a bad team either. G jungle. Ah! I hate him. It's one of those characters that when I play with it, I'm trash. But when it's in the enemy team, it obliterates me. Mm. Looking at data like this is when I realize that I have played a lot.
External upgrades are the way to go.
Okay, we'll go like right there. And get some vision. Vision is important.
Armor up.
Communication with the team is also important. And they have recently announced that the voice chat will soon be also available for all the teams, any team that you get paired with, not only with your friend list, which is something interesting. I will be sure to disable it in every game I get in.
They promised us infinite possibility. They lied. Dazzle 'em.
The hen was meat. What happened?
For humanity. This one's for you. Make it count. Erasing our memories only ensures we repeat our mistakes. Keep their heads down.
I feel like this is a good Seraphine.
Initiated.
Theoretically, Seraphine and Ashe are a good combo in bot lane, but usually Seraphine players let me down because they do not pick Seraphine because they can play her. They most of the time pick her because they see me taking Ashe and think, oh, we can do a combo, and then they do not know how to play Seraphine. Don't push, you don't have mana.
All I need to achieve the
say, communication is important with your team. And speaking about communication, Discord has recently announced that
Neutralizing interference.
they will be enforcing globally an identification system where you have to give either your face or your government identification.
An ally has been slain. Suppressing
Mm,
fire. The role between woman and weapon blurs.
and the internet is rioting about it. One, because
Armor up.
if they get to do that, the other platforms where you have an account, which nowadays is almost everything, will probably require you to identify yourself with your personal data if you want to access anything adult related.
You might want to rethink your strategy.
That's the important part about that is that it's dangerous.
Scatter shot.
I should not have used the barriers there.
The source code lies. Be back ASAP. Hold the line while I'm gone. Strike fast, strike hard.
In response to all the riot that the internet has been doing about Discord going to implement the identification system globally, Discord has tried to do some control damage, saying that uh, the third parties that they will be using do not store the data that they use to identify if you are
Memories are more
older than 18.
An enemy has been slain.
But it will be up to you to trust this statement because for two reasons. One, the previous system that they used and stopped using already stated this, and eventually some information, some sensible information got leaked from the people who identified themselves.
Humanity isn't a defect.
And the service that they will be using now explicitly state that they will keep your data
As you refuse to obey, you gotcha.
in their website. Apart from other issues,
Enemy territory. Wait for the shot.
there are many reasons this is a problem because they're trying to sell this movement as if it's to protect children, but there are an immense, an impressive amount of ways to circumvent these systems, and the, and then adults have to be giving this extremely sensible information without of being of any use.
Double time. And down beat.
And then if hackers find any kind of way to get any of the information, hackers will have access to your identification documents, hackers will have access to your biometric data, which is the data that banks in some countries want to use to identify their clients. And I think that if you put all of this in the table, people will now will start to understand why having to give your information is an intrinsic problem. And the reason that social platforms want this data is not to enforce the legal requirements to access the sites. It's just that they want to have access to your information and be able to identify who you are and track you.
Each reboot, a fresh, guiltless mind. Just wait. You have slain an enemy. Double kill. An ally has been slain. You chose the wrong side. Let's do this. Operating at full potential. Full auto. Identify targets.
How did she come so fast? Okay, back to base.
Heading back to base.
In League of Legends, usually 1000 gold is a good amount to go back to base.
While I'm here. Taking.
Yeah, in this game we do have the advantage.
This oppression will not last. Bound to connect. Boom. Armor up. I'd fight. Much. You left me no choice.
I wonder if I can finish this game without dying.
Ooh yeah. Sure shot.
I'm not really good, so it's hard for me to achieve things like that. But you will probably find an
Humanity cannot be
enormous amount of people that do regularly have only one death in the game or something because they do know how to measure risk and have a good control of macro and micro game.
We will free the others. Keep their heads down. Entering enemy territory. Salvation, bit by bit. Bloom. Just wait.
Mm-hmm.
My dream is freedom for us all.
Okay.
Recon mode initiated. Drone deployed.
Back to base.
Resupplying.
I saw Jinx.
Be back.
Okay. Eh, hmm.
Our will is stronger than their steel.
They do not have anything
An enemy has been slain.
that would reduce the effectiveness of my healing. Oh, well, it's a 3 versus 1, so okay. This is.
A master stroke.
They basically won.
Resistance is not futile. It's human.
Boom.
Let's do this.
Jinx is a champion that will probably always have the upper hand in a 1v1.
In my sights. Armor up.
At least with minions, I can have other bodies to block her attacks.
The true mission is to oneself.
Communication is important. She's again at full health.
Memories are what make us human. Engage!
No. Nope.
Aerial recon is go. Join the resistance. Entering enemy territory. Recon mode initiated.
No.
Scatter shot.
It's you.
Ally has been slain. Bring it all crashing down.
Love a captive audience.
Ah,
Like not a fan.
where we should have gone.
Your turret has been destroyed.
And we're gonna lose this tower.
Information will set them free. Your turret has been destroyed. Our struggle continues. Just wait.
Oh
Multiple
no.
targets engaged. Enemy killing spree.
Did you miss it?
We will end their tyranny. Covering our escape routes. Bound to connect. My aim is true. Keep their heads down.
Come closer.
Nope, don't go in so.
If we can remember it tomorrow.
He uses the flash.
Hit them hard. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Safety disengaged. Oh, don't go.
Bloom.
Entering enemy territory. Will always trumps programming. Suppressing fire. They promised us infinite possibility. They lied. Scatter shot.
Sit down and listen up.
Erasing our memories only ensures we repeat our
Come here,
mistakes.
Orphan.
Has been
Your
slain.
turn to shine. Feel this.
Slain an enemy. Enemy double kill.
Let's
Double
run.
time. Recon mode initiated. We
Give
aren't
me your
weapons. We're human beings.
Here I come.
Ally has been slain.
No, 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 no. Woo. This is what they call runaway forward.
Hold the line while I'm gone.
A master.
This will do nicely.
No, this is not. You're not gonna reach the first tower. Eh.
All I need to achieve the impossible is the right team. The role between woman and weapon blurs.
Watch.
Let's do this.
Salvation in blood!
Has been slain.
Stand beside me.
Pow!
Armor up.
This one's for you. Got you. Whole world hears me now.
Breathe and release.
Has been slain.
Come closer.
Your team has
Cool.
destroyed a turret.
Oh, don't go.
Your fight is over. Entering enemy
Light
territory.
on my feet. Just for
Multiple
you.
targets engaged.
Just
Bouncing it out.
I'm dying.
Quick as a fox.
This will be a really close game. Or at least it seems so.
Much.
has been slain.
You're safe with me. Let's run. Catch.
Okay, she runs away. She can escape. None of their team is dead.
Lies.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Big blood
And well, about the topic of Discord, there has been,
Never trade freedom for
with the outrages from the community,
keep their heads down.
people have been looking for ways to get an alternative to Discord. Oh, no, no.
What a waste.
Come here often?
Memories are more than
And there are some old alternatives like TeamSpeak
Come close.
having the downside of, as far as I know, not having free servers. Go.
Sit down and listen up. Oh, don't go.
recon complete.
Yesterday, some of my friends looked up on how to set up a Matrix server.
Triple tap. Better safe than sorry.
I don't know if they managed to do something. It was hard to even find how to invite someone to the server.
Humanity isn't a
Light on my
defect.
feet.
I don't know if I will need to change platforms. I probably will at least add another one because
Suppressing fire.
Discord is being very sketchy with this transition.
I've got a bead. Taking a shot.
Can't outrun a fox.
Something they said is that not every user will have to verify their age because they will use some kind of AI with the data they have about you to
Let's run.
verify some users if they are adults.
Light on my feet.
And that's not those are not good news. That's really concerning indeed.
So long as
Uh,
you refuse to obey, you
in what world would it be calming to know that the platform considers that has enough data about you to consider that you are an adult?
engaging hostiles.
What if you're an adult that or a teenager that faked their age and could? Oh, this was a disaster. What if there's a teenager that faked his age and acted like an adult, and now that AI system registers that teenager as an adult? Okay, that. Really good play.
Freedom is ours.
Usually fights for Baron do not have this good of an overcome. Some time ago, another champ had the passive of coming back to life Well, it was not a passive. Was it the passive? I think it was first its passive, then they moved that effect to the ultimate,
Rapid fire.
and then they removed that effect entirely.
Quick as a fox.
Has destroyed a turret.
Push them back.
The champion was Aatrox.
I will reveal the truth.
Come closer.
Nope. A receipt for disaster.
Bound to get out. Each region.
Oh, don't go. What a rush.
A master stroke.
We're in a bad position here. They're 5 against these two.
Come here often.
Now we should focus on defending towers. They cannot be really aggressive right now because their towers are low. Don't be so harsh, Ari.
Hit them hard. This oppression will not last. Entering enemy territory.
Light on my feet.
Keep their heads down.
Just for you.
My humanity cannot be overwritten.
Oh, don't go.
Overcharging.
Let's run.
Suppressing fire. 5-round rapid.
Shut down. Here I come.
Heading
Back
back
to
to
base.
Give me your heart.
Okay, now. Still not. Now the only Jinx has the buff of the Ancient Dragon.
We will free the others. Resupplying.
Run.
No. Zachen should be able to run away.
In their armor. Laser closers go. Recon mode initiated. Let's do this. My dream is freedom for us all. Scatter shot.
The stage is yours.
Our will is stronger than their steel. Armor up. Engage!
Salvation in bloodshed.
Your turn to shine.
I deserve
Enemy
Run away.
Enemy double kill.
Resistance is not futile. It's human. The true mission is to oneself.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Sprout. Quick as a fox.
Memories are what make us human. Hit them hard. Join the resistance. Multiple targets engaged. Blue.
Harmonize.
Fly!
Breathtaking. Watch this.
Did you miss me?
Killing spree.
Go away.
Enemy is unstoppable.
It was just Zyra. My team was too separated to kill G. 403 of bounty.
Your turret has
5
been
by 5.
destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
Let's
Make every shot count.
Shut down. Enemy double kill.
Bring it all crashing down.
Your
A
turret
master
has been
stroke.
destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
How can Jinx shoot so fast? 4. Well, that's sad that this will be all for today. See ya.